Wildfires have blazed a trail of devastation across Los Angeles this week, with 10 people confirmed dead in the worst infernos in the city's history. Tens of thousands of residents have been evacuated from their homes, and the destruction has unfolded so rapidly that entire neighborhoods, iconic landmarks, and historic locations have been obliterated in a matter of days. Multiple fires have spread across thousands of acres in Southern California, ravaging more than 3,000 buildings. As they continue to wreak havoc, reports of widespread property loss are pouring in, including many of the region's most beloved attractions. Several major sites, including Universal Studios and the Hollywood sign, have been forced to close. Amid the devastation, AI-generated images of well-known landmarks, including the Hollywood sign, have begun circulating on social media, adding to the chaos. While the sign remains intact, others have fallen victim to the flames. The Bunny Museum in Altadena, California, famously known as the world's only museum about everything bunny, housed around 46,000 rabbit-related objects from antiques to cookie jars and plush toys. Co-founded in 1998 by Steve Lubansky and his partner Candice Frazee, the museum welcomed visitors for nearly 30 years and is even Guinness World Record certified. The museum recently confirmed the news on Instagram. Sad and heartbreaking to report that the Bunny Museum burnt to the ground. They added, "Saved only a few bunny items. Saved the cats and bunnies. The museum was the last building to burn around us." As Steve so valiantly hosed the building down all night long, but when the building next door went down, it spread to the museum. The California Parks Department has confirmed that parts of Will Rogers' historic ranch house were destroyed. Built in 1928, the park was home to the actor, one of the most popular and highest paid in Hollywood, until his death in a plane crash in 1935. Personnel were able to evacuate the horses and remove some cultural and historical artifacts from the park. The Palisades fire also destroyed structures elsewhere in Will Rogers State Historic Park and nearby Topanga State Park, officials confirmed. We grieve for these invaluable natural and cultural assets, and our thoughts are with everyone affected by the catastrophic fires in the Los Angeles region, California State Parks Director Armando Quintero said. The State Parks Department also confirmed the destruction of the Topanga Ranch Motel. Located across from Topanga Beach in Malibu, the small rustic row of cabins was built nearly 100 years ago by William Randolph Hearst, and was one of the last surviving examples of an early bungalow-style motel. Although the motel was long shuttered before its destruction, plans had been in the works to restore about 20 cabins for public use, the Parks Agency said. Buildings of the Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center were destroyed by the Eaton fire, multiple news outlets have reported. The temple had been a community staple for more than 80 years. In a letter posted on the center's website, the temple's leadership wrote, "The news is beyond devastating and heartbreaking for us all." They added, "We are devastated, but we will rebuild. We are here together and we will be okay." Fortunately, all Torah scrolls from the sanctuary, chapel, and classrooms were safely rescued. Sunset Boulevard, the famous 1.7-mile strip between Hollywood and West Hollywood, is reportedly in ruins following the devastating fires. The Los Angeles Times stated, "By Wednesday morning it looked as if a bomb had detonated on Sunset Boulevard. Several buildings have been destroyed and others severely damaged." KTVU reported that the Starbucks is gone and the Bank of America has been reduced to a mess of mangled metal, with its ATMs melted almost beyond recognition. The US Bank across the street was also damaged, and several restaurants and businesses have been impacted, though remain unidentifiable at this time, KVTU added. The Getty Center, one of the most visited museums in the US with millions of visitors each year, also faced the risk of destruction. Home to a world-renowned art collection that spans 110 acres in Santa Monica, the museum was engulfed by smoke on Wednesday but miraculously emerged unscathed as wildfires scorched the surrounding ground. Catherine E. Fleming, president and chief executive of the J. Paul Getty Trust, said in a statement to the Los Angeles Times that the organization had made extensive efforts to clear brush from the surrounding area as part of its fire mitigation efforts throughout the year. Some trees and vegetation on site have burned, but staff and the collection remain safe, she added. The Andrew McNally House, a mansion in the Los Angeles County area of Altadena, has been lost to the fires. The 19th century property has featured in Hollywood films and TV shows for over a century, including the recent American comedy drama series Hacks. Deadline reported that it had been destroyed, and several official images of the house engulfed in flames have confirmed those reports. On X, movie fan at Luca Guarda said, "I've actually been in this house and the ornate Turkish sitting room that is like a century old. It's one of the most beautiful living spaces I've ever seen." User at CatB said they were heartbroken to see the wreckage, while at Ghost Girls called it a loss for culture and history. The most famous landmark in Los Angeles, the Hollywood sign, which has been featured in countless TV shows and films over the years, is currently closed to the public due to damage from surrounding fires. It is not immediately clear when access will reopen. As of Thursday morning, the Hollywood sign on Mount Lee was not in any immediate danger from the wildfires. It was not located in any evacuation order or warning areas. After false AI-generated images of the sign burning began to circulate on social media, the Hollywood sign confirmed in a Facebook post that it continues to stand tall. While the Foreign Office is not specifically warning people not to travel to the West Coast, they have urged those considering the journey to check the websites of local authorities in Los Angeles. The UK government website's advice reads, "Fast-spreading wildfires are currently active within Los Angeles County. Monitor local media and follow the advice of the local authorities." Many of Los Angeles' major roads have been closed due to the fires, including the Pacific Coast Highway between the McClure Tunnel and the Topanga Canyon. Los Angeles International Airport, or LAX, remains open with minimal cancellations and few delays at the time of writing, though at least 60 flights into Burbank Airport were cancelled or delayed on Wednesday. Burbank Airport posted on X. Weather conditions are impacting various flight operations today. Check with your airline on the status of your flight before heading to LUR. As the Foreign Office has not issued any clear advice against non-essential travel, the standard booking conditions for package holidays apply. This means in most cases you won't be entitled to a refund. For flights, accommodation, short-term rentals like Airbnb and car hire, the general rule is that if the service you booked is still available and hasn't been directly affected by the wildfires, you're not entitled to a refund. Customers should note that airlines are not required to compensate passengers for flight delays or cancellations caused by extraordinary circumstances such as wildfires. These circumstances are uncontrollable and are out of the airline's control. Some U.S. airlines, including American Airlines, Southwest, JetBlue and United, are offering customers flight waivers for select Los Angeles airports. For the most up-to-date information on refund and rebooking options, be sure to check with your airline. Some travel insurance policies may cover cancellation, disruption, or changes due to wildfires. This could cover you if you can't stay at your booked accommodation because of fire, insurance provider Avanti notes. You would be able to move to different accommodation so that you can continue the rest of your holiday. The fires must have been unforeseen when you bought your policy or booked your trip, whichever was later. If you're currently in an area impacted by wildfires, follow local guidance from the Los Angeles Fire Department and the County of Los Angeles. Once you're in a safe place, contact your tour operator, airline, or travel provider. If your flight home is within the next 48 hours, get in touch with your airline or check the airline's app for updates.